on voit les personnes autant que les rôles qu'ils incarnent. Et ça c'est très important parce que ça permet à la fois d'installer un comme si, mais de le déjouer en permanence. Et j'y reviendrai tout à l'heure parce que c'est là aussi que les choses...
Possible to ascertain whether a situation meets criteria for failure or success.
I have their experiences and witness what they have to suffer through. And it's just to reflect on it itself.
Just now,
dans nos sensations, dans nos émotions et dans notre sédimentation de la mémoire, quand nous lisons un texte et aussi quand nous nous entretenons en tant que spectateurs amoureux du théâtre, l'amour des textes du théâtre. Metteur en scène de l'émotion qui passe par le corps.
À ceux qui sont ici, à côté de moi, et je ferai le même en ce qui concerne le texte de Alexandre Moreira da Silva.
Already you see that this is not a simple matter of parallel dichotomies. There's a special power in the interval, the gap, the bridge. That reminds me is to forbid him from talking. This is a play about the financial crisis in Portugal, yes, but it's all. But just as in Lover's Chorus, there's another silence in Sadness and Joy.
It's part of a generation, I believe, that was born in the 70s, and they were nurtured with, and these people were on top of their powers when they were around 40 years old, and that was after the 2008 crisis. And daughters of old revolutionaries searched for shape to these ideas.
Hello everyone, thanks for being there. I'm very happy to be there. Maria João, thank you very much for the coordination of this moment. Thank you so much to everyone who was up here speaking. I'm a bit overwhelmed. Before the session started, I was thinking also maybe of going to lunch instead of staying, but then now I don't regret it. I'm a little bit hungry, but happy that I stayed. I also want to, acknowledge a lot of people who, not only the people who did the videos, but also people who not being there allow us to be there, and so of course also acknowledge Claudia Belchior, the president of the administration of the National Theatre, who's there as also representing herself, but representing a team of 90 people who work at the National Theatre and who put a big effort in order for us to be there, and who are working in Lisbon right now. And I have to acknowledge, because someone who's there and also invested a lot so that I could be here, which is my mother, which is there, and also just to give an example, a good example, to my daughter who's also there. So that's it. I acknowledge everyone I wanted to acknowledge. I mean, by acknowledging the people, I maybe start to answer, because when I the fact that there's Claudia there, being the National Theatre there, and all these people that talked, and I think one of the things that really touched me is how dense and challenging and I mean the amount of thought you put in something as unimportant as my work, but the amount of thinking about it and developing a speech about it, but also feeling how personal it was. I mean, the way things were presented from different angles, and for me, it works like that. I mean, I find theatre a privilege also because it's a very personal business. It's impossible to deal with this professional activity without taking it it's just impossible. I mean, it's by the own nature of it. Even if you try, then you don't manage. Of course, there's a big impact. It's not so much that the multiplicity of activities or functions that I experienced in theatre operated a big change in the way I work. It's just that the way you live operates a big change in the way you work. So I would never do a piece like Sopro, which is not only upon the prompt, Cristina Vidal, or the métier, the sort of